GMS Louisiana Saints. We come and do another sit down to edify the nation of Israel. But before we even start, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of great millstones and Shalom to all the IQ pushing this truth and sincerity across all four corners of the earth. So we come and edify our brothers and let them know that we supposed to be out here feeding the flock of the Most High. So I'm going to start off with Amos 5 and 6.
You want me to read, bro?
Yeah, you can. So like it's 5 and 7 and 15. So like I got it right here.
Amos what?
7 and 15.
All right, this is Amos chapter 7, verse 15. And the Most High took me as I followed the flock, and the Most High said unto me, go prophesy unto my people Yasharallah.
And when he said that, basically the flock is the nation of Israel, Yasharallah. So we supposed to be out here every opportunity we get, edifying our people, waking them up, giving them prophecy, letting them know what's to come to this wicked place that we're in captivity, which is America, aka Babylon, Sodom, and Egypt. So we giving our people the truth to wake up from this doctrine and this wine that Babylon got them drunk off of, so that they could receive salvation if they come back to the law, statutes, and the commandment of Yahweh Yahweh Shai, and back to the heritage which was ordained to us and taken it away from us. Because our people out here deceived, not knowing the truth. They following the philosophies of devils and worshiping their enemies and other gods and not Yahweh. So that's the reason why we coming out here to give them this milk and then give them this meat if they can receive it. Because everybody not going to be able to receive this truth. But the Most High only coming for a few.
That's why the Most High say, go teach his precious elect. All right? You edify the elect and you prophesy judgment to the 2/3 and the other nations.
And that's so that way you can wash their blood off of your hands, so you ain't responsible for them not accepting this truth when you gave it to them.
That's right.
It don't matter how you deliver it or not, because the elect gonna get it. Don't matter how you do it, how you present it to them. The elect gonna get it regardless.
Because the scripture said that the sheep hear my voice. So he talking about the precious elect, because that's who he's going to redeem out of this captivity and save from the missiles when America get bombed. Bring the precept up from you.
This is Acts 20 and 28. It says, take heed therefore unto yourselves and to all the flock over which the Holy Ghost had made you overseers, to feed the church of the Most High, which he had purchased with his own blood.
And that's talking about how Yahweh Shai, he sacrificed himself so that a remnant of Israel, which is that elect, could be saved from these captivity and the things that's about to come. Because before we got in this truth, we didn't know who we was. We was calling ourselves Negroes, was calling ourselves Mexicans, all different bywords, but not what the Most High gave us, the heritage. So he said, go to the flock. And there's only a few people, like I said earlier, that's going to receive this. So we out here edifying our people, condemning judgment and prophesying against the other nations, so that way we could receive salvation and be a part of that hopeful elect, Lord willing.
That's right. It says, for I know this, that after my departing shall grievous wolves enter among you, not sparing the flock.
And you can see that with the churches, because the churches, our leaders, they not telling us the truth. They sold out. They're telling us lies. They're basically doing what our enemies doing. There's wolves. We're sheep and they're wolves. They're having a buffet on our nation. They keeping us in derision, keeping us down, keeping us in the dark. They're not telling us what we need to know in order to be able to better ourselves as a nation and prosper through Yahweh Shai doctrine. They want us to stay dumbed down and be as the heathens.
And the churches is the main place that's dumbing down our people. They put them in the down south state where they love their own, love your enemy. They forgive them. They do something to you, they kill your people, rape them, forgive them by all means. Dig.
They teach white supremacy.
Churches.
It's all about Edomite supremacy. That doctrine that the modern day Christianity pushing the planet Earth is white supremacy. And the book of Timothy called it doctrines of devils. And we all know the so-called white man is the devil the Bible speak of. So when you are in these whorehouses that people call churches, when they say love thine enemy, they mangle our scriptures. That's Matthew the 5th chapter where it says love thy enemy. That's talking about people in the brotherhood. All right, you're gonna have brothers you don't see eye to eye with in this brotherhood. All right, you might have an enemy that was your enemy in the world. Then when he come in the brotherhood, he's saying you gotta love that brother now. He can't be your enemy anymore. That's not talking about your fucking arch nemesis Hebrew Edomites, man. You're not supposed to never love them. You're supposed to abhor the Edomite. You're supposed to hate the evil and love the good.
Just as who King David was. He executed evil, which means he hated it. And we know that these Edomites, they evil because they keeping our people in, like Ox said, a docile mindset. They're messing over us any way they could and basically taking our book and deceived us with it using reverse psychology and dumbing down and making our people think that this book talk about everybody, but this book is only for the Negroes, the Latin, and the Indians. So-called, according to what the world believe, well, what the world gave us in contrast to popular beliefs.
All right, let me give you a precept. This Colossians 2:8. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
And you see that right now with the philosophies that Esau put into the church and put our leaders into telling us, okay, love thy enemy like Ox said, which we know is amongst our people, that Yahweh hate the sin, not the sinner. Basically, everything that the scriptures condemn to be evil and consider to be righteous, they tell you it's the opposite. So that's that doctrine. That's how they spurling our people through philosophies. They deceiving us with our own word and twisting the Most High word into making it into their own likeness to where our people go astray and don't believe in the scriptures.
Right. They make it seem like the Most High commandments is outdated and stuff. Like they don't have no reference what's going on today with society. Like the scriptures say they're gonna be the commandments is of forever righteousness.
All right, and the rest of the scripture, after the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Yahweh Shai the anointed.
And you see that instead of them knowing that they know we not supposed to eat pork and different abominations, but they still do it because the world tell you that it's okay. The traditions of men, the different holidays that they call in the world, Christmas and all these other pagan days, they do that, but they won't even keep the Sabbath or even follow the Most High on high days that He gave us, like the Passover. So you see them do everything that goes against the scriptures, but not according to what the scriptures say. You got the other precept up? Give me Matthew, that was 22 and 8. 22 and 9. But you see that the tradition of men destroying our people, and like the Most High says, commandments are not grievous; they're easy. It's just basically teaching you how to love your brother and how to love your neighbors.
But it's beautiful. The Most High beautiful, and all His doings are. 2 Corinthians, the 4th chapter, 3rd verse say, if our gospel be hid, it's hid from them that are lost. You know, then you go back to the scripture where they talk about predestination. So from the beginning, it was a elect number that was going to get it, and the masses wasn't going to get it. You know, bring out your precept, bro.
This is Matthew 22 and 9. It says, go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
Yeah.
And that's what we do every weekend, even in our off time with videos edifying our people. We going out prophesying to Israel, which are the so-called Negroes, Latin, and Native Americans, or the Indians as they call it, the byword. We're prophesying to them, giving them this truth, telling them to wake up out of Babylon to try and spare and try and save yourself through the words of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, which are mainly for the elect. Because as long as we out there, everybody's not going to accept this truth. You're going to have your own brothers and sisters coming against you because they've been indoctrinated. But we know this is what we required to do. We're washing their blood off our hands by telling them the truth, whether they like it or not. And we condemning the other nations, giving them their judgment also. It's not only about just edifying our people, but we out here for the elect. But in doing so, we still got to give the other nations their judgment too. So it's beautiful how the Most High set it up. He basically using us to be his mouthpiece and his physical body. We doing his bidding for him on the highways. That's why he say, bring as many as you can to the marriage. And we know that marriage is going to be the nation of Israel as the wife of the Most High. And that's going to be his precious elect.
Most High is a suspense and he like drama. You ever seen the movie where the whole movie seemed like the villain, and he's a villain, then at the end of the movie they find out he really like a hero.
Read the rest of that scripture. It's gonna go hand in hand with what you say.
It says, so those servants went out into the highways and gathered together all as many as they found, both bad and good.
He said bad, the bad guys. All right, bad and good. Come on.
And the wedding was furnished with guests.
Come on.
It said, and when the king came in to see the guests, he saw there a man which had not on a wedding garment.
All right, that was it. But it said bad and good. The scriptures say he used the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. See what I'm saying?
If you look like from the American eye, we look like we the worst thing. We out there harassing people. It look like we just mad because we can't get by in society. That's how it looking like we the villains in the society right now. But when it comes down and everything start happening, they're gonna see that these guys is really the heroes and these other false prophets was the villain. They was the one leading them astray.
That was a good. We got any more?
Yeah, I got one more. All right. This is John 21, chapter 21. I'm gonna start at verse 15. So when they had dined, Yahushua said unto Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, Yeah, my Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, Feed my lambs.
So if you say you love Yahweh or Yahushua, that means you're gonna go out here and do the works as Yahushua did.
And he's allegorically speaking. He say, Feed my lambs. The elect is his lambs, man. We're the sheep. All right? He's allegorically speaking. When he say, Feed my lambs, go prophesy to them dead bones, man.
Yup, as Ezekiel said. As they prophesied, the bones and the flesh became life. And that's what you see with the brothers on the highways and the byways, the different brothers in the truth, mainly GMS, because you saying they got the truth, they doing the Lord's bidding, they giving their people the truth, the good, the bad, and the ugly. They not sugarcoating it, they not making it soft-spoken, they're giving it to you raw and uncut, how Yahushua would want it.
Bring out this one. Verse 16, he said unto him the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, love thou me? He said unto him, Yeah, Lord, thou knowest I love thee. He said unto them, Feed my sheep. He said it a second time. All right? And that's what our great king wants us to be doing. Feeding his sheep, man. All right? He said, Do thou lovest me? What did John 14 and 15 say? If thou love me, thou will keep my commandments. You see, and his commandments is to feed his sheep. Go out and teach the nations, man. Go out and blow the trumpet, man. All right? And was these guys in some church in some building teaching and prophesying? No. They was going all throughout Israel prophesying. They was going to the masses, all in Asia Minor, prophesying and teaching. They was out in the marketplace teaching, man. They wasn't behind no computer or in no house, man, or in no building, no Masonic temple. Because all the church is a Masonic temple. They was out in the open, man, amongst the people, putting their body as a living sacrifice. Because as history tells it, Peter got killed, Paul got killed. In fact, all the disciples got killed except John, man. They had their body out there being a living sacrifice, doing what what their great king Yahushua did before them. And that's what we're to be doing. How can you be a living sacrifice behind a computer in the
Right.
confines of your home, or in the church building where you got security everywhere and shit? We put our lives on danger week in and week out, man, because we're going against this demonic system. And when you go against Esau, what did he do? He kills you. All right, bring out your precept.
I got Proverbs 1:20. It says, "Wisdom cried without; she uttered her voice in the streets."
And that's the same thing what we doing. Because we know that the wisdom going to come from the elect. The men that's on the highways and the byways crying. They're giving praises to the Most High, asking Him to deliver us out of this captivity. And we also giving this knowledge, which is the light, to our people, so that they can wake up and be enlightened. But we only know that only a few going to receive this.
It says,
That's it.
It says, "She cried in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttered her words, saying, How long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? And the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge."
Basically, when they say we're in the chief place of the concourse, we go out there in the center of the city, like Aqua said. We not in no building giving you no sermon that's already pre-prepped, that's sugar-coated, that's going to make you feel good. We giving you the raw, uncut truth. We fishing for the elect, hoping that the 144,000 be sealed so we could be delivered out here. We're in the masses of the people in the streets. We're in the trenches doing the Lord's bidding. Knowing that, like the scripture says, you got simple ones who love simplicity. So we knowing with us pushing this truth, we're not looking for everybody, because everybody's not gonna accept this truth, and you're gonna have people come against it, making fun, but they not coming up against us. They coming up against the Most High. And just like Yahweh Shai said to Peter, he said, "If ye love me, ye gonna feed my flock." So we doing that in the churches in the midst of the chief place where everybody had to reach all people, because you don't know who the elect is. And by us doing that, we doing what the Most High said, feed the flock.
They gotta have a beacon of light to come to.
He said,
You gotta have somewhere where they could come to. You know? But you can take it all right.
So with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. We're going to give all praises to Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the elders and apostles of GMS, and Kwam Yasharala to all the hopeful elect and men of GMS and brothers who pushing this truth across all four corners of the world.
Come, bro. Come.
Kwam Yasharala.
Kwam Yasharala.